This is my ride.
Big Mama Wanda.
My vessel for freedom.
This is Rasta Shasta.
And this is my bus Blue.
Don't make it perfect. Don't care about that as much. I think the journey is more important than a perfect rig.
Well, my name is Mark, and this is my wife Elisa.
Hi guys.
Hello, everybody. This is our dog Kira and our dog Fuji. They're brother and sister, litter mates. And this is our van. It's a 2021 Sprinter van, and her name is Truffle. Elisa named her because she looks like a truffle and we like to eat. So this started off as a common dream. In our very first date ever, we talked about having a van. It was like a mutual common dream. And so during the pandemic, we got it and started building it. It took me a couple of years to get through it, working part-time, plus a little stint on the end full-time. We wanted something that was very mobile. We like to get in the backcountry, so it's a four-wheel drive van, and we wanted a smaller package so that we could park in places and get in places and go up Forest Service roads and such. So we got the four-wheel drive, and at the very end we upgraded the suspension on it to the 17-inch wheels and the bigger tires, and the suspension helps a lot because they sway a lot. If you've ever had a Sprinter, they're really tall, the wind hits them, they move around, and so tightening that suspension up made it so much easier for us to do that. So on the outside we have the awning, we have the some extra boxes I put up there, we have a Wii Boost, cell boost signal. We have our Starlink up there, and we have 620 watts of solar, in addition to our Max Air fan and a direct current air conditioner. So that's what's on top of her. So the outside thing, I can open both of these boxes like this, but I still utilize the space by having a solar panel on this one and the Starlink on this one, because on a van, everything has a place and every place has a thing. No room to waste space. So that's what we have up top. And around here on the back, what I did is I first took out the spare tire and put it on the back. And this is Al Van stuff. Very familiar with that if you're a van lifer. And then I replaced the space under there with an auxiliary diesel tank for two reasons. Number one, so I could double the capacity of fuel that I have and shop where it's cheaper, like on the interstates, which is nice for the fuel. And I also have, and you can see the exhaust for it here, I have a Rixson diesel heater. What that does is that heats up ethylene glycol mixture, and then I use that to heat the van. It also makes hot water. Outside storage where I keep a generator and a propane tank and some tools. And most of the back, 2/3 of the back, is just storage. High capacity drawer slides, and this is our little barbecue, just for example. Hiking gear, some extra cooking gear, extra water filters and different things. And over here, this is a very complex part of the van. This is our water and heating system. So I actually have a filtration system on this. A 5-part filtration system with a spin down filter, 3 different types of filters, and then a UV sterilizer. And we can use this for 2 different things. If the water's kind of sketch, we can actually run water through this system before putting it into the tank. It's great for Mexico where the water's a little sketchy, and I even put a pump in here so I can pull it out of streams and lakes if I need to, and then purify it and put it in there. So that's really handy. And the second thing I can do with it is recycle it. I have a 7-gallon recycle tank, and I can actually put the water on a loop. So if you're trying to conserve water and you want to rinse your dishes, you can run it through the recycle system, and it comes out relatively clean on the backside, but you save a lot of water doing it that way. And it also allowed me to put a smaller gray water tank in. Also have a hose reel. I got this from Restaurant Supply. Actually, sourcing parts is an interesting thing. I have a lot of marine parts in here. I have parts from Restaurant Supply. I got 80/20 aluminum from different sources. So sourcing things for your van can be quite the challenge sometimes. I found that planning is the #1 tip I give people. I probably planned an hour for every 3 hours I worked on this, because it's like building an onion from the outside layer in, and so you got to know where everything's going to go and plan it out really well. And lastly, here we have a bug screen, which is really nice so the flies don't get in every time you open the back door. All right, moving on to the interior. Everything has a place and every place has a thing, same thing. And I'm gonna start off by showing you our favorite thing in this whole van, and that is the toilet. Van lifers and will appreciate this. It's our Nature's Egg compost toilet, and these things rock. You can't go wrong with them. It's worth the space, it's worth it. They don't stink. You have a little motor here and it vents it out the roof, so no smell at all. It's really, really a nice toilet, so much better than black water. Up here we changed out the seats in the front. I put in some Schulman seats. They're much more comfortable than the stock seats. Up here we have above cab storage for all of our window covers and our pillows, bulky things up here. And the floor is vinyl siding, or not siding, but vinyl flooring. We actually pulled this out of our house. So a little bit of us, we decided to expat to Mexico. So we sold our house in Colorado and we're building a house in Mexico, in Baja. So y'all can stop by and visit us on your way through Baja. And so when we were taking things out of the house and doing some remodeling, I put the flooring in here, so repurposing. Here we have a little drawer for our doggies and our Dyson. This is another magical little tool that every van life person should have, is a little baby vacuum, because it gets dirty. So this is the interior of the van. Basically it's divided into two parts. The front part is the kitchen and bathroom, if you will. The back part is the relaxing lounge area and bed. So I'll go through each of those. So up here, I put in a shower / closet. Right now it's all full of clothes, but these things pop right out. You can just move your clothes out and it becomes a shower. Interesting technique on this. I just used 3/4 inch plywood, but then I epoxied each side and rotated it so it's all seamless. No water can get through, and it also made it much thinner because every inch counts in a van. And I left the top open just so steam could come out and it could air nicely. Here we have the go-to for everybody, our Max Air fan. I wanted to have a lot of good kitchen toys in here because I like to cook. So running through it, I got an induction cooktop, 2 burners. I did all the cabinetry myself. There's our pots and pans drawer. I've got back here, as you'll see here in a moment, I've got a marine refrigerator freezer combo. I love this. Holds an awful lot, and it's DC, so it doesn't use too much power given the amount of space it has. I've got a combi oven, which is a microwave, air fryer, and convection oven, and a DC air conditioner. Over here, a drop-in sink, stainless steel, again with either pulling out of the fresh or the recycle tank, which I control with these buttons up here. And I've also got a reverse osmosis system for anything we want to drink or cook with is there. And this is just a little house one. You can install it in there easy. Very easy install. A couple of these, which double duty. If you're showering, you can put your towels on that, or you can put things over the sink to drip wet things and to dry, which is pretty nice. This was a little addition my lovely wife asked for. Little vanity mirror, rechargeable, which is very nice. It's also great for shaving. Again, more controls here. I got all the lights on rheostats, so you can up and down. You might also notice I put some Govee lights in, so we have colored lights, which makes it fun and festive. And then here we have 2 thermostats. Actually, I have 2 ways of heating this fan. I have radiant hydronic heat in the floor, and then I have a separate system that goes up to a blower underneath the passenger side seat. And so you can set these 2 thermostats on 2 different levels. since you don't want the heater kicking on and off all night with the blower, if it's a relatively mild night but you still need some heat, you can turn the floor on and put it a few degrees higher, and then the blower only kicks on if the floor can't keep up with it. But most of the time the floor is toasty and it keeps the van nice and toasty, which, by the way, I insulated with Havelock wool. We wanted something that could breathe, that wouldn't turn moldy, and would go the distance, and so I put wool in everywhere. So over here is my control system. Everything gets wired through this area, so I control all my water. Like with the flip of a switch, I can pull out of the fresh or the recycle tank. I can dump into the gray or into the recycle tank. I've got a little sump switch down there, another marine part. So if the little baby recycle tank, sump tank fills up, it kicks it in the back automatically. And it's also a 4-season van. I actually put the gray water tank in an insulated box that I fabricated and ran one of my radiant hydronic tubes through there. So in the winter, nothing freezes. All the water is contained within the heated area. But this gives me a readout, another, this is a Sim Marine control system, and it tells me all kinds of things from the voltage to how much charge I have to, I put a bunch of amp meters in here so I can monitor different consumptions. I've got all my tanks, even temperature gauges, and this is really great, an inclinometer. So I can tell, like, my pitch is 0.9 degrees and my roll is 1.3 degrees. So that's really handy for parking, because sometimes in a mountain you can't tell if you're level or not just by looking, because the whole mountain is tilted. This is the back half of Truffle. This is our living area, so to speak, our living dining area, and as you'll see in a little bit, our bed area, but that comes a little bit later. So this lounge area is about 4 foot long and as wide as the van. We got some leather seats made that come in here. Underneath of this side is our freshwater tank, a 32-gallon freshwater tank. And under this side is our electrical. We have a 3,000 watt Victron inverter, low voltage cutoff, disconnect 500 amp hours of lithium ion battery, and plenty of protection for both AC and DC, fuses, amp meters, breakers. So all of that is stored underneath it here, and I did that on purpose because it helps lower the center of gravity of the van. This is right over the axle in the back, so I wanted to get as much of that weight as I could low down. What we can do with this is, if it's in dining mode, we just pull this out, and we like this table design a little better than like the Lagoons and stuff, which are kind of wobble around. This, because it's on two 500-pound drawer slides over here and resting on the cabinetry, it's pretty stable for a van table. And this countertop is just butcher-bought countertop from Home Depot that I put epoxy on. So that's dining mode. And then both of these seats are on drawer slides, so we can convert it. Like if we want to go to lounge mode at night, we can take this thing and slide it like so and flip the whole thing over so it's flat, and then this will recline down. So there's a couple different ways we can configure this. When we are in lounge mode, of course, we have to have some entertainment, so I've got a flat screen TV here that comes down, and we just pair it with our little speaker, so we have a little entertainment system, and we can download movies and Netflix with our Starlink. And if we are in reading mode, we have his and hers reading lights. And this is all DC. I put as many direct current things as I could in the van, sourcing from marine and RV places, because that really cuts down on how much power you use. More drawers, more storage for clothes, trap door over here to access our water system and heating system down here, and then another trap door over here for laundry and paper towels, and a few other miscellaneous items that we want to access. We have windows. This was a cargo van when I started, so I had to cut all these holes, all 8 holes in the van, to put all the windows in. but we really appreciated the windows, having that ventilation. You turn on the max air fan and it just pulls air through gently from the back to the front, so we sleep really well. And then you might be saying, well, where do you sleep? Well, that's the cool part. As you can see here, we have 4 posts, and this is a Happy Jack bed lift system. These are built for toy haulers, but I adapted it to this van. So if you back out, you can see how that works. We hit this button and our bed comes down. We also wanted a good home quality mattress, and there are a lot of places that'll make mattresses for you to spec. This is a full long. So here we have the bed in down mode. It's about halfway up, so we sleep here, and down below, the space in between the benches is now the kennel for our 2 dogs. We have their little doggy beds in there, as you can see. And this is a little feature that I did to accommodate both us and the dogs. It's a little pocket door. Put that down. This comes out, and then this pops down like so, and voila, we've got a bench that can step up to get up into the bed, and it also keeps the dogs in the kennel at night, so that's pretty handy. We can also put them in the kennel when we're rolling down the road if we don't want them wandering around the van, and shut them up for their own safety. Thanks for taking a look at Truffle. If you have any questions, reach out to us and we can try to answer them. And say hi to us when you're coming through Baja.
And hope to see you guys on the road.
Absolutely.